feels really awkward. So, you can see the very large pile of books next to me. Because of course I have a very large pile of books. Because today is going to be my TBR for the rest of 2024, also known as my 2024 reading goals. And I've already read, I have to check my Goodreads. Please hold. Okay. I have already read, I've already read 7 books this year. However, I don't count those towards my TBR because all of those were rereads. Because I have been rereading the entire Percy Jackson series from The Lightning Thief through Blood of Olympus. That was not the plan. I was just gonna read The Lightning Thief before the TV show came out, fell down a rabbit hole, started Blood of Olympus yesterday. So, here we are. So this is the TBR for 2024. Also, ignore the aggressive side part and the workout clothes. I am filming this right after a tech rehearsal. Hence, the side part for my hair being up and the workout clothes. So, yeah, let's get into the mountainous TBR that is next to me. Okay. The easiest way to do this without all of these falling over is probably just to go from here and just move them somewhere on my bed and they'll get put back on the shelf when I'm done. And if you're wondering about any more of these books or any other books that I have read in the past that I've not necessarily put on here, but I have read and loved, I'm going to link my Goodreads down below and you can read along with me, see what I'm reading, look for some recommendations. Yeah, so the TBR. This book I picked up the last Barnes & Noble vlog I did. I showed you guys this book. This is These Witches Don't Burn by Isabel Sterling. It looked fun. We love a good witchy book. I explained a lot about that book in that vlog, but yeah, there's a sequel to this apparently. I'm just learning because I'm looking at the back right now. Okay. Yeah, it just seemed like a very fun little read, and it caught my attention. I like that the front is tarot cards. I love tarot cards. I read them. I love having other people read mine. So yeah, I thought that caught my eye. The tarot cards on the front cover. So. The next book is a beloved, near and dear to my heart series on Amazon Prime. It is Daisy Jones and the Six by Taylor Jenkins Reid. And you're saying, Morgan, if you love it so much, haven't you already read the book because the series came out? And the answer to that question is, no! I have not read the book. I actually didn't own this until a couple of weeks ago, when my stepmom picked it up for me. Because I made her and my dad also watch Daisy Jones and the Six. But I listened to the audiobook before it came out. And I feel like there's a lot of details that I miss when I listen to books. So I like holding the actual book, so I'm counting it as the actual first time that I am physically reading Daisy Jones and the Six by Taylor Jenkins Reid. And I'm very excited because I love Daisy Jones. Like the character, and the series, but I love her so much. Yeah. Just, if you know me personally, you know how near and dear to my heart Daisy frickin' Jones is, okay? No one will get her like I get her. Moving on. This one is one of 2 books that I picked up not last weekend, because today's Monday. The weekend before, I went with my dad and my little brother to Barnes & Noble, and I got this book called The Shadow of Perseus by Claire Haywood. And it is a retelling of the Greek myth of Perseus, who many people know famously slayed Medusa. But it is his story told through his mother. It says his mother, his trophy, and his wife. So it's told through his mother Danny, it's Greek, okay? His trophy would be Medusa, and his wife Andromeda. So it is his story told through the most vital women in his life, and I think that that caught my eye. It was really interesting. And the book is split into 3 parts, and like the first part is his mother, then Medusa, and then Andromeda. And it caught my eye. The cover is also gorgeous. I love me a good retelling of Greek mythology. I'm sure you can tell based on how much I love Percy Jackson, but I've also read the Song of Achilles and Circe, and I really did like them both. Yeah, I'm a sucker for a good Greek myth retelling, because I read all the originals. Yeah. Okay. The second book I got on that same Barnes & Noble trip is Dungeons and Drama by Christy Boyce. I picked this up because I thought the cover was really cute, and it was Dungeons and Drama. And if you don't know, my last ever high school production is She Kills Monsters, which is about Dungeons and Dragons. So I saw a little rom-com about Dungeons and Dragons and theater, and I had to have it. Also, look at that cover. You cannot tell me that is not one of the cutest little nerdy things you have ever seen in your life. But yeah, it's very much like fake dating. She ends up playing D&D and like, oh my god, like maybe he's not that hard to flirt with, guys. Oh my god. I'm a sucker for a rom-com. Okay. What a shock. Another Greek mythology retelling. This is Ariadne by Jennifer Saint. This book has been recommended to me again and again and again, including my my theater teacher and director. We both love Greek mythology, so we'll talk about different books that we read and find and different stories we like, and she said she had read this and that it was really great, so I finally picked it up. Which, how I haven't already read this, I don't know, because I will always say one of my favorite myths, and I just call it the Labyrinth. And obviously it starts with Theseus and the Minotaur and Minos and Pasiphae and the bull, and obviously with Theseus you have Ariadne's string that leads him through the maze, and then he like abandons her, but then Dionysus finds her and they fall in love. And I love how one myth of King Minos, Pasiphae, and that bull being the Minotaur ties into, and the Minotaur ties into so many other things in mythology, because you could also have it tying into Daedalus and Icarus, who flew too close to the sun, and obviously Ariadne, who is here and becomes the wife of Dionysus, as we know, and Theseus, and and it's just, I love that it ties together. I'm very excited to read this. I like, if you can't tell, I like seeing famous Greek mythologies from the perspective of the women, because I think that's something that maybe in the original text you don't get much of, but it's exciting to see what female authors do when they read between the lines of these original myths and flesh out these historical women in ways that you couldn't have imagined. Yeah. Okay. And this book, vastly different from the last one I just showed. This is Maybe Meant to Be by K.L. Walter, because over the summer I read The Summer of Broken Rules, and it is genuinely my favorite rom-com that I have ever read. So when I saw that the author had 2 other books, I had to start buying them and putting them on my TBR. Because, yeah. So this one was intriguing. This is just, I'm not going to read the full blurb because that'll take a minute, but I'll read the tiny little blurb at the top. It says, if Charlie and Sage are meant to be, why can't Sage stop kissing Charlie's brother? And why can't Charlie stop thinking about kissing the new boy at school? If that doesn't catch you, I don't know what will. But if you've read anything by K.L. Walter, you will know how enticing the romance is and how adorable it is, and The Summer of Broken Rules was honestly the perfect YA rom-com, like summer rom-com. So very excited to read this one. And this one again, if you know me at all in real life, you will understand why I have this. It is the first 2 books of the Vampire Diaries. I know. I've watched the series a couple of times, but you know what? I want to experience the craziness that is apparently the book compared to the TV show. Yeah. Because apparently it's quite different. I want to know how. I also love Damon Salvatore. I'm not going to expand on that, but I love Damon Salvatore. Yeah, I wanted to know the differences between the book and the show, because the show was really great. Except I kind of skipped. It's either season 6 or season 7 that I've skipped the entirety of, and I don't remember which one. It's been a while since I've actually made it that far on a rewatch of The Vampire Diaries. I usually just watch the first 4 seasons, I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, the first 2 books of The Vampire Diaries, I don't even know how many there are, so this could end up as a rabbit hole, but you know what? Vampires! And another beautiful, wonderful Taylor Jenkins Reid book that I haven't read that has been recommended to me by many, many, many people. It is The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. I'm very excited to read this because I love old Hollywood. I also love reading about some good old-fashioned old Hollywood scandals because some of them, they're entertaining, okay? Like, I love learning about old Hollywood and what that was like, so I love the idea of this, and I love that all of Taylor Jenkins Reid's books kind of take place, as far as I know, kind of take place in the same world. So I think that's kind of cool. Yeah. Exciting. We're almost done. I promise. There's 3 more books left in this pile. I promise. It's okay. Surprise, surprise. Another rom-com. It's a fantasy series or it's a rom-com, you know? Oh my god, I forgot 2 books. I'll grab them in a minute. Hang in there. This is Today, Tonight, Tomorrow by Rachel Lynn Solomon? If I said that wrong, I'm sorry. I thought this is a really cute, like, academic rivals, enemies to lovers, whatever you want to call it, but while they're, like, playing their, like, game of senior assassin, I thought it was so fun because, as you guys know from the last video, we play Senior Assassin, so I was like, a rom-com and like something that like we also do at school. Like it's so fun. Like academic rivals to lovers, like senior class, it's like their senior class game and they have to like team up or something, and yeah, it sounded cute. Haley Pham also recommended it, so of course I'm gonna read it. Better Than the Movies by Lynn Painter. I have wanted to read this book for I cannot tell y'all how long, but I was not able to find it anywhere for so long. And then eventually I was at Target one day with one of my friends and I was like, no, they have it. I need to get it because every time I go to find it, it's not there. I can't find it. And also one thing that I really loved about this book as I was flipping through it, I had to find a chapter. Oh no, oh no. They have just like, so I guess my camera always dies when I'm doing something of importance. So we're switching to the iPhone. Anyway, I was talking about Better Than the Movies by Lynn Painter. I love rom-com movies. They're some of my favorite movies. 10 Things I Hate About You is my favorite movie of all time, and that is a rom-com, and I love every second of it. And another thing that drew me in was that the chapter titles of this book are quotes from different rom-coms, because this is chapter 10, and it is, but mostly I hate the way I don't hate you, not even close, not even a little bit, not even at all, from 10 Things I Hate About You, which, yes, I flipped through the entire book to find one that was 10 Things I Hate About You, because I love that movie. So, yes, a book that I've been waiting to read for a very long time, because I am such a sucker for early 2000s rom-com movies. And last, oh, not last, give me 2 seconds. Okay. I almost forgot because this one was not in the pile next to my bookshelf. This book was actually on the shelf. This is The Stolen Heir by Holly Black. And I'm very excited. I want to read the whole duology. I don't have The Prisoner's Throne yet because I want to read this one before I buy it. But I absolutely love The Cruel Prince, and I wanted more of that world. I wanted the possibility of seeing Jude and Cardan again. Also, completely new characters that we've never seen before in this world of fae and fairies and humans for some reason. So, yeah. The Stolen Heir by Holly Black. And last, but certainly not least, I almost said The Vampire Diaries. Interview with a Vampire by Anne Rice. I got this book for Christmas because I absolutely adore the movie. The older one. I have not watched the newer TV show that recently came out. The one with Kirsten Dunst. She's like little in the movie. She plays Claudia. She was great. But I really love that movie, and I'm finally old enough to read like an adult vampire supernatural book that has darker themes and things that I would not have understood if I were to read this a few years ago when I watched the movie. And by a few years ago, I mean like freshman year. I probably 8th grade, maybe. I don't remember